Hey friends, Emily Burcham here. Megan asked me to come to you guys and share some of my top sales tips. And while they aren't much, and I'm sure most of you are already doing them, I'm going to share them with you. So here they are. Number one, educate your hosts. Number two, follow up and be intentional. And number three, sprint at the beginning of the month, not the end. To expand on number one, educate your hosts. Provide them not only with a host packet that will get them started and prepared to host their Norwex party, but also educational materials from our Norwex website. One of my favorite things to share with my hosts are facts and information from Norwex. Paper towel waste, plastic straw waste, the number of chemicals in our homes, the number of chemicals found in the cord bloods of newborns. Most of your hosts are not going to know this information. And instead of sharing it with them at or during their party, preface them with it at the beginning when you start to their party posting or leading up to their home party, and let them educate themselves and get ready to share that with people as they prepare for their party. I was absolutely blown away when a host of mine back in mid-April came to me and she said, "How can I get prepared for my party?" Not that she wanted to be involved, but I was really excited that somebody besides me really cared about the facts. They really cared about the statistics. They really cared about the numbers. She wanted to know. I sent her the host packet. I sent her samples of the UPP laundry detergent, dishwashing powder, microfiber booster, a travel enviro and window cloth, because at the time I was not able to make lots of physical samples because of a new baby and a toddler. And she messaged me the next day after she got it and she said, "I'm so ready to do this." The education and the information that I provided to her allowed her to try Norwex, love Norwex, and share Norwex. She was my very first $1,000 party. And that's the mission, y'all, and it works. Educate your hosts. An educated host is a powerful vessel. Number two, follow up and be intentional. Megan was my consultant. And in the middle of an extremely uncertain time in my life when I was pregnant with my second child, very pregnant, I began to have some preeclampsia symptoms. I reached out to her to let her know, hey, we may have to postpone my party. It was going to be virtual anyway, because I'm not sure if he's going to come early or if I'm going to have him on time or what. Sure enough, I had him early, just like his big brother, and it was crazy. I had a very difficult surgery, and throughout that process, Megan just made sure I knew she was there. She followed up with me. She was intentional. She made sure that I knew. I never had to worry about hearing from her. She was always going to check in with me. And in a very uncertain time of my life where I couldn't walk after a really difficult surgery for like 3 weeks, she was just a text away. I got to a point where I was like, I really need to have a party, and I really want to have a party. I have another new baby and I need to stock up again. So how do you keep in touch with your customers and hosts? That's a question that's always asked me. And my answer is always, I add everyone on Facebook every time they add me, every time. I always give my email address. I always give my phone number. I always make sure I include a business card in everything that goes out of my house. If people can't find you on social media, they don't have your email address or your phone number, they can't reach out. There's no way to reach out to you, especially in the middle of a global pandemic. You can't just drive up to people's houses these days. That's what I do, and that's what works. I want to be available to my customers and especially to my hosts, because it's not enough for them to see me party posting and see a professional agenda. I want to let them into my life because they're letting me into their dirty nitty gritty, and we're sharing each other's sanctuaries, our safe havens. And I want them to see what's real for me, and I want them to understand that they can trust me with their sanctuaries and their safe havens. They're letting you into their circles, so make sure you're letting them into yours. Don't let this opportunity pass you by without making an impact. Be intentional and follow up. Number three, sprint in the beginning of the month, not the end. If you start in the beginning of the month strong with steady, consistent parties and sales, you're not only going to get engaged right away, but by the 15th or the 16th of the month, you're going to find yourself 75% away from your monthly sales goals, maybe even already at 100%. Parties are hard right now, and I'm even experiencing a lull that I've never experienced before. But I have other customers and previous hosts placing orders and people reaching out because of my first number one and my second number two, because I always want to make sure that I educate people. So because they have the education, they know I can't go back to this laundry detergent. I can't go back to those dryer sheets. I can't go back to that toilet bowl cleaner. I can't do it. I've got to use something safe, and I want to use Norwex. So they reach out. Number two is follow up. I have people ordering because I'm following up with them and making sure they know that I'm here. So I have reached not 75% of my sales goals this month, and it's almost the 15th because I am in a lull, but I'm working hard to get there. Complete mindset change. I can't set goals from 6 months to a year. So what I want to advise you to do, along with sprinting out at the beginning of the month, this is a part of number 3, is set a reasonable 30-day goal for yourself. 60 days and 90 days is as far as I can go because I can't see past next Tuesday. 2020 has been a very uncertain year, but Norwex has been waiting 26 years for a year just like 2020. They did not create their company back in March and say, I hope we have enough cleaning supplies to go out the door. Nope, they've been around for 26 years waiting on something just like this to get into people's houses. Y'all, we may be out of cleaning paste and I'm ready for it to come back just as much as the next person. I have 30 customers waiting on individual cleaning paste to come back. But how cool is it that we have no cleaning paste to give out? That means that much cleaning paste is in somebody else's house. That's amazing. So what a blessing we have on our hands because people are using Norwex and sharing Norwex and we can't keep up. But with that being said, inventory has come back and things are fabulous. As we go into the fall season, lots of new products are coming out. And I'm really excited to enter into a new year with the experience of a global pandemic in our back pocket. With all that being said, number 1, educate your hosts. Number 2, follow up with your customers and be intentional. Show them that you are a person. You are not after their wallet. You do not want to force an EnviroCloth down your throat. Let them know that you care about them. You care about their family. You care about their well-being. And that's why you're sharing Norwex with them. Your best is the best, and your business can be whatever you want it to be. You have to try hard. You got to work hard. And at the end of the month, make sure you know that you've gone at it with everything you've got because your best is the best. The last 5 months have been a complete roller coaster, wonderful and hard for me. I started March 27th and holy cow, here we are. But something I always like to remind everybody and my team and for myself, be kind, have courage to reach out to people and remember to share, not sell. Thanks so much. Love y'all.